Hi everyone, today we're going to try something new. Today I am at New Jersey Motorsport Park down in Millville for a weekend of track driving. And when I say track driving, I mean high performance driving education. You start off typically with an instructor, and as you progress throughout the years, you move on to higher classes so you can drive with faster people. Eventually you graduate to drive without an instructor. I have been fortunate enough to graduate to that point, although I've got to say it's always good to have an instructor with you if you're new to a racetrack. For example, when I went to Pocono Raceway, I wish I had an instructor because the track, I had to figure out the track myself and the YouTube videos that I've watched. But anyways, this is a 12-turn track consisting of a major straightaway where you can hit speeds up to 130, 140, depends, miles an hour. A couple of turns, turns 5 and turns 10 are probably the most fun. They're both left and right-handers. This track does have left turns, so unlike many other tracks out there that only have right turns, this one has left turns as well. What have we here? We are driving my 2017 BMW M3 with the manual transmission and the competition pack. In terms of modifications, I've got an exhaust, an aftermarket exhaust. I've got intake in terms of performance filters. I've got lowering springs and spacers, and of course I got Pilot Super Sports. I do have a tune, but I did not load it for this event. I wanted to stay with stock power. The only thing that I kept from the tune were rev matching in every mode. I want to be able to not think about heel and towing because, quite frankly, I'm just not good at it. So other than that, the car is just like you would get it from the factory. All right, and we're off. Typically, you have to show off your band. I'm in the white group. All right, you have to show it off. This morning's 2 sessions were rainy, so it was a lot of fun. There were some spin outs. We did have some spin outs. We were driving very slowly, but it was still a lot of fun. Now here, getting onto the track, what you want to do here is obviously you want to maintain proper speed limit, but here you want to stay on the right just in case there's someone coming from behind you. This is the first lap, so there's no one from behind you, but it's good to learn the techniques. First 2 laps, I'm gonna be taking it kind of easy. I want to make sure the tires are properly warmed up. I'm starting at 30 psi. However, with the pressure and everything, with the temperature, rising temperature, and me scrubbing the tires at turns, the pressure will go up to about 37, which is exactly where I want it to be. Front left tire suffers the most, obviously. A lot of right turns, but this tire work suffers a lot as well. Today's focus is, again, getting smoother, looking ahead, and working on trail braking. What is trail braking? Trail braking is braking into a turn and finding that right balance where you brake the car, release rather the brake, and start to accelerate at the same time. This run group has a lot of drivers who drive with instructors and without instructors. So it could be a mix of skill. So we always have to be careful that we are not being overly aggressive. And I just missed a shift. If you're looking at this speedometer, I think it's based on GPS, so it might not be the most accurate, but let's see. All right, first hot lap. This guy will not give me a point by. So this is turn one. You want to come in hot, and then on the runoff here, you have to use the gator. Let's get close to this guy. Okay, he needs to give me a point by. Perfect. There's a little wet patch over here. We try to avoid that, and this turn is offline. We want to take it offline because we're passing that Cayman. Going up the hill, doing 110 miles an hour, braking, staying in the same gear, in fourth gear. The car has more than enough torque. Going into third here, try to hit that cone and then just roll out straight. We have a Cayman R in front of us that we are chasing. This is the turn where I trade brake. See, I'm still braking. All right, releasing the brake. This is kind of my learning corner. And again, look, I'm already looking down there. You always want to look far at these tracks. But anyways, hitting this turn. In this turn here, you want to stay in the middle. Staying in the middle, and this is one of the sharpest turns. Hitting that cone, and then here, this is the famous octopus. You want to stay in the middle here, and then start slowly bringing it in. If you bring it in close enough, it'll set you up so this is more of a straight line. Okay, let's get after this Cayman. The tires are I'm trusting them more now. We are doing 120, 120, 130, and we're going to be offline. We're getting back online, putting the car back in third, trail braking here, perfect. And again, using all the space we have, all the track, and going up the hill. Again, up here, we have to make sure we don't get too cocky because the tires are wet from that puddle. Accelerating through the turn onto the straight, going 100 and 112, braking, staying in gear, again accelerating through the turn, coming a bit too hot, going into third. This turn always gives me trouble, but that's okay. We came out just fine. We have a little Miata in front of us at my trail braking corner. There we go. We're gonna pass probably the Miata here. Give me a point by, buddy. Give me a point by. No point by. Hot on the brakes. And again, we have to slow down here, but let's not follow him. We follow our line. Staying in the middle here. Staying in the middle. This corner here, we're gonna go straight and turn sharp right. Hit that cone right in the middle. Let it carry it out. And then stay in the middle, maybe coming in a bit too hot, bring it in, bring it inside, perfect. The back stepped out a little bit. This guy's all over the place. I have an M3 on my back, E46, that I might have to let go. Maybe not at this lap. 126, braking hard, trail braking into this turn, perfect. I could have been faster here, but I didn't want to. I do have a car behind me that I'm gonna let go. No need to be cocky. Give it a little lift. And again, accelerating through this turn. This is a fast turn. And we're following him one more time. He's got no cats. You can smell it. And again, whoa, coming in way too hot. I could feel the back step out a little bit on me here. I've got, oh, and I missed that turn. It's that easy. There you go. Point by to Cayman. This is a guy that spun out, or almost spun out. There was a nice save from earlier today. We should probably try. There you go. I'm getting a point by. Perfect. Going in now, and again, this turn you stay in the middle, accelerate through it, accelerate, and then brake, and sharp right. You want to hit this cone. There we go. We probably hit it way too much. Staying in the middle, not accelerating too much. Let the back carry you, and then do have an S2K on our tail, we will probably let him go on the twisties, but on the straight, he stands no chance. Going into fifth, and 132, coming in hot. Now, so let's talk about the brake pads. The brake pads I'm using in this car are Ferraro DS 1.11 or 11.1, I think 1.11, and I've always been very happy with Ferraro brake pads. I ran them on my previous track car, I have them on this one, and the initial bite is awesome. They do squeak, so you can't run them every day, but I just swap them out before the track day, and I missed this turn trying to fix my mic. I swap them before the track day, and that makes things easier. A little offline here, trail brake will help me get through. Perfect. All right, so the tires. Some people say that the front tires on an F80, F82 tend to chunk. I have not had that experience. I've done many track days with this car. I went to VIR, I went to Lime Rock, Pocono Raceway, this a couple of times, and not once did I experience chunking. The reason being is the following, I think. I start with 29 PSI, and I let the temperature go up to about 36, 37 max. I am also lowered. Come on, buddy, this is a straightaway. I am lowered, so I have a more negative camber in the front, which definitely helps with even tire wear. We missed a gear here. We have a fast Corvette. The back is typically fine. No need to worry about the back. What we don't want to do is we don't want to what they call overdrive the tires. You don't want to scrub them at turns. You don't want to brake too hard. You just want to maintain proper temperature, and again, just don't scrub the rubber off of them. We came upon a train over here. There's a little 964, if I'm not mistaken, in front of us with a wide body. Oh, come on. Again, offline here. Let's see if we can pass this guy. He looks fast, but he's not. He's probably fast at twisties, but here he is kind of slow. But that's okay. We are not racing. We are all driving for fun. Holy shit, that car is fat. I love this turn. You bring it out and then you bring it in, set it up straight, come out of this turn really almost straight. See, this guy's kind of, again, all over the place. Come on. Let's get a point by. Come on. Braking, hard braking. I can definitely brake a little more, but I just don't want to because it's an expensive car. This is one of the turns here where I blew a tire a couple of years ago in my Volvo at racetrack, and I barely saved it, but I did. So I'm always cautious of this turn. There's a fast Corvette coming from behind me. I'm gonna have to let him go. Proper track etiquette is important. I overcooked this one. There you go, buddy. Come on, go. We lift. No need to be a hero. One of the mistakes people make at the track is they think they're the fastest. And what they do is not only are you ruining the day of someone who's sitting behind you, but at the same time, you're making a lot more mistakes because you have a guy or a girl sitting behind you, you're trying to go as fast as possible, by doing so, you're not being smooth, you're being overly aggressive, and that means you're not being fastest. Accelerating through this turn, accelerate. Okay, we got a point by from the BRZ. 7,000 RPM releasing, and then hard braking, going into third, trail braking a little bit, using all of the track. Now when you get out on the outside, you have more track to come in. That's why you want to use all the real estate. We've got a Carrera right in front of us, splashing some water, getting a point by now. So he gave me a point by, but I'm going to be offline here because he didn't lift. He did not lift. Again, if you're watching this and you want to learn about HPDE, lift for someone who's passing for you. Okay, so how is our tire pressure? I can see on the monitor here 38, 36. So the front driver's side tire suffers the most. I don't want to do a reset. This is the turn that kills it. This one. Especially when you go hard and do that hard turn over here. I love this turn. I love this turn. Perfect. Hitting that cone, getting on the grass. I love getting on the grass here. Same thing with this. Oftentimes I actually flip that cone. I haven't done it today, but I've done it the last time I was here. We actually have a great photo of me doing it. Okay, we did 131 here. 131. Too hard on the brakes. I could carry a lot more speed into this turn. I was coming in a bit too early. We have an E36 in front of us. Just tap the brakes here, perfect. Accelerate through the turn. And again, this is the turn where we're going to be offline one more time. Every time I'm offline, one of the things, especially at a blind turn like this, it was uphill, I check the flaggers. You always want to make sure there's no one or nothing that could be waiting for you on the other side of the hill or on the other side of the blind spot. Trail braking here, perfect. That was a bit too early. We're already in third gear. Now the importance of looking ahead is it helps you set up the car to where you want to be. For example, here I'm already looking out there. I'm already trying to figure out where I want to position the car here to take me out at the proper spot out there. Now at this point, it's more muscle memory than anything because I've been to this track so many times. Woo! But again, it took me a while to learn that skill. Okay, we have another Challenger in front of us, an STI. Whoa! He came out. Holy shit, that could have been bad. He was passing the guy, but instead of doing it at sort of a gradual angle, he just weaved in and out. There we go, okay. Accelerating again. I'm gonna be offline here. And right behind me, I have a pretty fast M4. I've kind of had some fun with this guy earlier today, but he's obviously a lot faster than I am. So I will give him a point by. Here we go, and I'll give him a lift. Maybe he'll watch this video and he'll thank me and say, oh, this Tommy's a nice guy. Yes, pushing into these seats. These seats are awesome. I have them at the tightest setting so they're really, really hugging me. I can just lean on the side, and I'm not sliding. Again, the bolsters could be a bit thicker, but for daily driving, it would not be probably the best thing. Oh yes, getting on the grass over there. No checkered flag yet. I think checkered flag is coming up soon. We can cut this apex here. All right. I Subi, come on, give me a point by. Really? Really, buddy? He waved no? This is where we're gonna get him. Okay. So funny. He waved no to a point by. All right, and we have a checkered flag. All right. So this was fun. This was fun. I've got to say, I love this car. This car compared to my other car is a night and day. Steering is a lot more direct. The acceleration is just mind-blowing. In any gear, this car has a lot more torque. That's what makes it so much fun. And then one of the coolest things about this car is how low you sit. I just drove an RS4, a buddy of mine had it, and while the car drove awesome, you sat really high, and it makes it for that much of a less sporty experience. So anyways, this was it. I hope you enjoyed it as we pit in. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and again, this speed was not the most accurate, so I hope you were not paying attention to this. The engine RPM was, but the speed, for some reason, I don't know how to get it to work.